Hey, everybody, this is Kathy Cordell, and I want to introduce you to a very, very special friend and partner in doTERRA. Her name is Carrie Pena-Herrera, and Carrie has been a friend of mine for a very long time. And I introduced her to essential oils about 3 years ago now. Carrie is the mother of two special needs boys. Both of her boys, who she will introduce you to, have autism. And I have watched my friend start to use essential oils with her boys to perfection. And she has done very different things and used different things with each of her boys. And she wants to tell you about how she uses essential oils with her family right now, also for special needs parents. And I just want to introduce you to my very special friend, Carrie Pena-Herrera, and we hope that you share this very, very vital information with your friends. Carrie, take it away.
Thanks, Kathy. Welcome, everyone, to our webinar, Essential Oils and Special Needs. Very happy that you're all here. I also want to welcome the wellness advocates and teachers and therapists that are here who want to help our children grow as much as we do. We really appreciate you. So just a quick introduction. These are my beautiful boys, Noah, age 9, and Evan, age 7. And this is my family, my husband. We've been married for 13 years, and I have listed under both of these boys the different struggles that they have. So they both have autism, like Kathy said. They do not have conversational language. With my Noah, he has OCD, a very restrictive diet, and behavioral issues. With with Evan, he has ADD, hyperlexia, which some people might not be familiar with, which is an obsession with letters and words and the repetition of those, and echolalia, which is literally echoing words over and over, as well as sensory processing disorder, so having difficulty dealing with sensory input in his environment and getting very overwhelmed and overstimulated by that. So as Kathy said, we started with oils 3 years ago, and I started with a log to just kind of keep track of any changes that we were seeing as we were starting with the oils. I didn't tell the teachers, and actually didn't even tell my husband that I was doing this, so that we could be sure that the results we were seeing were unbiased and really true to what we were doing with the oils. So as you can see in the middle, this is some excerpts from the logs that I took. On day 1, I was working with DDR, Prime, and frankincense. And Noah, who was 6 years old at the time, I wrote that he had just got home from school, and I put on one of his shows, Super Y, and he sang the theme song. He's been watching it for years and never sang the song. I refuse to believe that it's a coincidence. I refuse to ever give up or settle on my boys. They will persevere. Feeling hopeful. And then at night, we were working with sleep issues. Noah had pretty much never slept through the night. He was always up 4 to 5 times a night, wanting to move around the house to sleep in different locations. Obviously, it was very exhausting on all of us. So I started with Serenity and frankincense. I was using frankincense morning and night, and you'll learn why soon. And I wrote that I'm in utter shock right now. Noah asked for bed early. Tonight is the first night, and as long as I can remember, that he stayed in his bed after I did the good night routine. He didn't run out of the living room repetitively to ask for squishies, which was our word for throwing a weighted blanket over him from head to toe. He babbled along with his brother for several minutes, but he stayed put. This is amazing. And then if we go down to day 3, still using the same oils, just testing and keeping a log. The report from his bus driver was that Noah is talking a lot. And the report from the teacher was that Noah was reading a level A book. He opens, reads, and turns pages independently. He is making such tremendous improvements in reading. And when he came home, I got a spontaneous, "Hi, Mommy," which just never happened. And of course brought tears to my eyes. Evan is initiating a little bit more for the potty and was drawing more than usual. He was still very stimmy. And if you have children on the spectrum, you know what that means, self-stimulatory behaviors. So I was thinking of trying Balance to ground him, which is another oil that we will discuss later on. Noah slept through, and Evan up at 6:40, which we can pretty much count that as sleeping through as well. So over here, looking at my Noah, this is probably about a month after we started oils. You can see how he likes them. What do you want? Oils? Oils. Do you want them on your feet? You want oils on your feet? No, on your feet and on your back? Back. Which ones do you want? Do you want this one? Oils. Want this one? Oils. Oils. Oh, you want this one? This one. Oh, that's a good one. What else? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Say, Mommy. I want Mommy. Mommy, I want oils, please. Oh, good boy. I love you. So that was my sweetie. He was 6 years old at the time. So what we've seen since we've started oils with him is, like I said, consistent sleep, more language, more eye contact, academic gains, much better with transitions, and it literally brought me to tears to type this because this just happened in the last few weeks that he is completely potty trained. And then we move on to Evan. He would have been 4 years old at the time of this video. Oils? Look at Mommy. Oils? Oils? You like them? Yes? One. What, one? One. Two. Two. One. And then what do we do? One. Do we rub, rub, rub? One. Rub, 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 rub. One. One. Two. Two. Three. Three. Cheese. You think we're taking a picture? Cheese. Good boy. Say oils. 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 So that's my Evan. So what we've seen since then is less stimming. He's fully potty trained, more language, more focus and eye contact. He actually surpassed his peers academically, and just recently, again, with an oil that we're going to discuss later, we have seen less self-talking and singing, so it's really helped him to be more focused. So let's step back and explain what is an essential oil. An essential oil is basically the lifeblood of the plant. Those white little sacs that you see on the plants on the right, those are sacs of oil. And they can be distilled from the flowers, leaves, stems, roots, seed, or barks of the plant. So when we're talking about essential oils or anything for that matter, we want to make sure that what we're putting in our children's bodies are pure and safe. Definitely don't want to be thinking that we're helping and actually hurting our children. So what doTERRA has is a certification called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. So these oils have no fillers, they're 100% natural, free of chemicals, and undergo strict third-party testing to assure standardized quality and potency. doTERRA takes their quality very seriously, like we do with our children. Everything must be safe for them. So the 3 ways to use essential oils: aromatically, so you can use oils in a diffuser, drops in your hand, on a tissue. Just open and smell it right from the bottle. Our bodies are also our own diffuser. When we put it on our wrists, we can smell it from our hands. Topically, applying it directly to the skin or in a carrier oil, which we'll discuss. And internal, in a capsule, under the tongue, water, honey. Just some safety precautions. You want to be very safe with them near openings, eyes, ears, nose. Never put them in a cavity. Dilute with oil, not with water, a carrier oil, which we'll discuss, like fractionated coconut oil. And check for skin sensitivity with first time use. On a small area, see that it feels okay before you proceed. Essential oils don't heal. The actions they ignite in the body allow the body to heal. just like plants, we were created to heal ourselves, and what the essential oils do is turn on those mechanisms in our body that help our body to deal with those threats in our environment and heal themselves naturally. Okay, so getting into some of the products. This is what we refer to as the essentials. The children's multivitamin and omega supplements. The A to C chewable multi is a blend of vitamins, minerals, a cellular energy blend, a superfood blend, and a cognitive blend. Superfood blend is very important for our children. Most of them don't have the diet that they really need to help support their health. And so this chewable really helps them with that. And the cognitive blend, of course, we need something to help with their neurological health. And the IQ Mega does the same thing. It's very good for neurological health as well as heart health and many other health benefits. It has 1,000 milligrams of concentrated omega-3 fatty acids, both DHA and EPA, which are very good for our brain. And then the PB Assist Junior, which basically tastes like a pixie stick. It's natural strawberry melon flavor, and it's probiotics. 5 billion live cells of 6 probiotic strains, which are selected specifically for children and their gut health. Most of the neurotransmitters in our body are actually in our gut. So if you've heard the phrase gut-brain connection, that's what we're talking about here. We really need to feed our children's bodies the proper nutrients so that their brains can function properly. Excuse me. Apparently I need some. Okay, on to the dilution of essential oils and application. So these are the areas in the body that you're going to apply essential oils for brain support. This is a reflexology chart. You can Google and find these charts or take a picture of your screen, but the different areas of the foot affect different areas in the body. So the bottom of the big toe and the back of the neck is where we're going to apply the majority of these oils that are for brain support. If it's for a specific issue, like some discomfort in the body, it might be directly on that area. But the majority of what we're going to be talking about today is with brain support. So these would be the 2 areas that you would apply these oils. And how you would do that with dilution. So this chart, it looks a little confusing, but if you find your child's age on the right side of the chart and go to the left, it shows you how to dilute the oils in a carrier oil. doTERRA has fractionated coconut oil for dilution. There are other carriers that you can use, but coconut oil is proved to be very beneficial in helping the oil not to evaporate and to have a better absorption rate. What we've also seen is that it kind of creates a time release effect in the body, making the effects of the oil last longer throughout the day before needing to be reapplied. So if you were a 6 to 11-year-old right there in the purple section, you go across to the left, you can see that you can dilute anywhere from 5% to 25%. The hotter oils, you're definitely going to want to dilute at a higher rate. And the more gentle ones, you could go lower. But I would always suggest to start higher, and you can always decrease as you see fit. Okay, so getting into these oils, the power of frankincense. Frankincense is known as the king of the oils. It supports healthy cellular function and promotes feelings of relaxation. Also interesting to note is that it is an enhancer oil, meaning that the oils that you place on top of frankincense, their benefits will be greater enhanced. So what we're seeing for special needs children is that frankincense supports their brain health. It passes the blood-brain barrier, which really helps with the supporting of a healthy inflammatory response and proper neurological and brain activity. It can also ease feelings of overwhelm associated with meltdowns. I'll often put frankincense over Noah's heart when he's having some distress, and it will instantly calm him. So we have a quick video here from Justin Harrison from convention last year, where he shares a story about a boy and his experience with frankincense.
You'll see. My wife's gotten really powerful at sharing the product. She will give samples, and once people show interest, then they're turned over to me. Right? And I'm totally happy with this arrangement. It's a great arrangement. And so I get this text message. She'd given a woman in our neighborhood whose son has some struggles, and she'd given them a sample of frankincense. and we started to get these text messages that she was forwarding to me secondhand because they were actually going to her. And so here's how it begins. Do you happen to have any extra frankincense? Love that question, right? Why, yes. We got a tiny bottle at Christmas, and Jack, that's the little boy's name inside real quick, has changed so much with it. He's starting to listen, answer yes or no questions, and be on the verge of words he hasn't spoken yet. Right? It's incredible, but we ran out. And he's been having a hard time without it. So I immediately responded and said, well, get her a bottle. We have one downstairs in the closet, and we'll figure it out later, right? A few more days goes by. I'm still in Asia. The next text message comes in. Okay, frankincense is a miracle. After you left, I applied frankincense. Mark said I couldn't tell you where. Jack is playing with George, and he just said, ready, set, go. I'm crying over here. To hear this boy say actual words is the most incredible thing. A few more days go by, next text message. Miraculous things are happening with these oils. The Essential Intune, because we'd also given him a sample of Intune. The Essential Intune has made George, that's the older brother, a normal kid now. No extreme behavior, and he's listening and doing so much better at kindergarten. With the frankincense and Jack, he's gone from saying 2 words to saying 26 words. It's the most incredible thing I have ever witnessed. He's also listening so well and starting to want to engage in our world. Playing with his brother and liking to sit for meals with us. Saturday, he asked to dance with me. It was so sweet. He used to just play and wander in his own world. A few more days go by. I can't thank you guys enough. I owe you 1,000 times. Jack's been in therapy since he was 18 months old. And we've hardly seen any progress, and it's been so extremely difficult. You have changed Jack's life. Thank you so much. One more. This one we missed because it came really late at night. This was about a week later. Sorry to text so late, but I have to say thank you again times a million. Jack just called me Mom. It took 4 years, but it finally came. I'm just bawling. Best day ever.
Anybody else crying? I can't watch that video without getting chills. Sure that a lot of you can relate to that mom and her text messages, and it's an amazing feeling when your child can finally recognize and tell you the things that they have in their head and they just can't get out. So yeah, that was frankincense. Let's move on. DDR prime is our cellular complex. It helps protect the body against oxidative stress to cellular DNA. It supports a healthy response to cellular stressors and provides important antioxidant benefits. This is the product that I stress to every parent of a special needs child that they need. Because what this is pretty much doing is it's helping our cells to communicate the proper way. And so for special needs children, it may increase receptive and expressive language. As we saw in the story, DDR prime actually has frankincense within it as well. It may increase eye contact. It may help with behaviors, possibly due to a decrease in the frustrations from that lack of communication. And it may help with difficulty with transitioning. All of those I saw with my children when we started DDR. So very important supplement for them. And it is available, as you see there, in an oil as well as a capsule. And at doTERRA, we are extremely excited about this new oil, Copaiba. So I'm going to list off these benefits, but pay attention to number 5 there. So number 1, liver and antioxidant support. 2, cardiovascular health. Number 3, sustain proper immune response. Number 4, digestive support. Number 5, support proper neurological function. And number 6, a proper respiratory function. So this oil has lots and lots of uses. It is it goes with the endocannabinoid system. It's not a CBD or a THC, but it's beta-caryophyllene, which is BCP. So it has a lot of the benefits that you find with other cannabinoids, but without those psychoactive effects. So no, your child will not be high on Copaiba. But what we are seeing with special needs children is that it can help calm anxiousness, which ease distress with transitioning, overstimulation, and new demands. And it also helps to calm neural excitability. So we're calming the mind, which may help with learning and development. So we've just started using this oil within the last couple of weeks, and we've already seen, as I had on those original slides about my boys, is that Noah has, for the first time, started going number 2 on the body, which, yay, awesome. And Evan is singing and talking to himself less, which is really helping him to focus more on his schoolwork and to learn more effectively. So this is an amazing breakthrough for us. Balance. Balance is the grounding blend, and it promotes a whole body sense of relaxation, evoking feelings of tranquility and, of course, balance. So for special needs children, what we see is that it helps increase awareness of the world around them. It lessens self-stimulatory behavior, or stimming. It may help anxiousness related to overstimulation and may also help with difficulty transitioning. This is one of the main oils that I use on Evan. It really has helped him with the overstimulation piece. We have less hand flapping and jumping up and down. He's just able to calm down. I like to say that balance brings you back down to earth. Could also be good for mommies. On to Intune, which is our focus blend, was also mentioned in that video. It's helping to sustain a sense of focus. It helps support you when you need to pay attention and stay on task. Again, some of these oils are very good for us as well, for working on presentations like this one. And for special needs children, it helps them to stay on task at school, lessen distractions, helps them to be more aware of their surroundings, and may even assist with potty training because it does help them to be more in tune with their own body. Found that with Evan for sure. So on to emotional aromatherapy. doTERRA has created these 6 blends that help address different emotions within the body. And they're also available in a touch kit you can see there on the upper left, which is basically roller balls that are pre-diluted with the essential oil and fractionated coconut oil. So we have Motivate, which promotes feelings of confidence, courage, and belief. I like to distinguish between Motivate and Intune. Intune is the focus blend for somebody that's has an inability to focus. Motivate, I would say, is more for somebody that is procrastinating and therefore having difficulty focusing on the task, but it's more of a procrastination and needing that motivation to get something done. Cheer promotes feelings of optimism, cheerfulness, and happiness. Passion ignites feelings of excitement, passion, and joy. Forgive promotes feelings of contentment, relief, and patience. Console promotes feelings of comfort and hope. And peace promotes feelings of peace, reassurance, and contentment. So these oils in the little vials can be used in a diffuser and diluted to put on topically, or you can use those rollerball blends topically as well. So what doTERRA has done for us, which I think is just so neat, is they've created this emotional aromatherapy wheel. You can identify the emotion that you feel on that inner spoke there and just follow your finger out to the correct oil that you would need to help address that emotion. So if you look on the upper left, you see anxious or fearful, you would follow out, and peace would be the oil that would be great for you to use. There's also other tools like this book here that you can find on aromatools.com called Emotions and Essential Oils, where you can look up different emotions and they will tell you what oils would help address that. And then there's also an app by Share Success called Essential Emotions Reference that you can download. So some great tools out there to help us with emotions. And if the child can identify on the wheel what they're feeling, that would help as well. So digestion, like I said, a lot of our kids have some tummy issues. So digestion really helps to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. It can help with bloating, gas, indigestion, constipation, diarrhea, whatever it be. It can just help to soothe that tract. Supports digestive health, helps ease feelings of queasiness, so it's really great for road trips. And what's great about it is that if your child is in some sort of distress and they're unable to tell you what's wrong, you can use this just in case it's a tummy ache, and you don't have to worry about giving them something that could have side effects or giving them unnecessary chemicals when this is all it was. Sleep. So I'm wondering how many people their house looks like that top left picture. I know mine used to. And what you would give for it to be that right picture over there. So Serenity is our restful blend. And it has lavender and cedarwood and vetiver, as well as whole wood and ylang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, Hawaiian sandalwood, all different calming oils in there to really help with sleep. I do want to have a slight disclaimer here that some children do become restless with lavender, which is in that blend. And if that happens, I prefer to suggest going to cedarwood, and then if that isn't enough, vetiver. In our house, we use cedarwood, vetiver, and wild orange. Now, wild orange quiets brain chatter. So that's really great to help the child to just shut off their brain and relax into sleep. Cedarwood helps the body to produce its own natural melatonin. So when you take a synthetic melatonin, you're teaching your body that it doesn't need to make its own. And so the body will start to not make its own. So with cedarwood, it really encourages the body to make the amount of melatonin that it needs in order to relax into sleep. And when the kids sleep, mama can sleep. So this is a diffuser right here in the middle, and that's diffusing Serenity and wild orange to help with sleep at night. But what's really a great product, become my best friend, is the Serenity Restful Complex. They're soft gels that contain different oils that are meant to promote relaxation and sleep. Lemon balm, passion flower, chamomile, lavender. But what it also has is a natural amino acid called L-theanine, which again helps our bodies to produce melatonin. So it's very effective. You don't have the grogginess that you have from some over-the-counter sleep aids, and you just wake up refreshed and really just ready to take on the day, which, you know, we need that rest, ladies. So there's a study that shows that mothers of children with autism have stress levels comparable to combat veterans. So I know we're not here to talk about us. We want to talk about our children, what we can do to help them, because, ladies, that's where our focus is. We just want to help our children, and that's great. But we need to take care of their mothers too, because if we're not taking care of their mothers, then who's going to take care of them? So with the some of the things that we can do for ourselves. The most popular product from doTERRA is actually not an oil, although it contains oils. It's this product in the center of your screen called Lifelong Vitality. So Lifelong Vitality is full of the essential nutrients, metabolism benefits, powerful antioxidants, all designed to help promote energy, health, and of course, vitality. So if we're going to break this down, the Microplex, that's the one on the top there, is your food nutrient complex, and it's filled with essential vitamins and minerals. The foods that we eat just don't have what we need, and our food supply keeps changing from day to day with GMOs and alterations that are happening in the food industry. So we definitely need to get those nutrients into us. Then we have the XE Omega, which is your essential fatty acids, which also includes 9 different essential oils that are really going to help with the absorption of all of these wonderful products that you're taking in. And then the Alpha CRS Plus, which is the cellular vitality complex. That's going to promote cellular longevity and cellular energy, which we really need. That thing is a power horse. That Alpha CRS is amazing, really going to help just for your cells to be healthy and working well together. Over to the left are my 2 favorite emotions oils. Elevation is the joyful blend, and Peace, we talked about before, is the reassuring blend. So I like to say that Elevation brings me up when I'm down, and Peace brings me down when I'm up. So Elevation is an invigorating combination of essential oils that blend euphoric scents to elevate your mood, promote feelings of confidence, and increase your energy. And then Peace, like we said, promotes feelings of contentment, composure, and reassurance when those anxious feelings overwhelm us. So I find it helpful to have them both on hand depending on how I'm feeling that day. And then over to the right is Mito2Max. This is our energy and stamina complex. It's a natural form of energy. It's not caffeine. It's not going to give you the jitters, but it helps support healthy cellular energy production as well as mental energy, which I don't know about you, but sometimes living this special needs life can really give us some brain fog and I'm just going to say it. Sometimes I feel a little stupid. And this really helps me to think clearly and to get through my day. So this quote at the bottom, I find quite interesting. This is a quote from Dr. Tracy Fritz at the National Talk About Curing Autism Convention. And she said, most, if not all of us, are sicker than our kids. I let that sink in, that we're sicker than our kids. We might not show it in the same way, but the stress that it puts on our bodies and what's going on a cellular level, we really need to take care of ourselves because who else is going to? And I had to learn this the hard way, but it's very, very important that we're taking care of our children's mom. So, supporting the immune system and removing harmful toxins from our environment, very important for our children. A lot of them have weaker immune systems just by nature, and they can't handle a lot of the things in our environment. So what doTERRA has done is they've taken On Guard, which is our protective blend, and infused it into multiple household products so that we can, quote unquote, green our environment and remove those toxins from our house. So you can see at the top we have the cleaner concentrate, and we have throat drops, laundry detergent, toothpaste, which is fluoride free, which is great, especially for children that are unable to spit out their toothpaste. You don't have to worry about them swallowing harmful fluoride. Then we have the foaming hand wash and beadlets, which contain the essential oil that you can pop in for a quick boost. And soft gels, which are great for when you feel some kind of a bug coming on, really help to boost the immune system. And then the new product that's out on the bottom left is the sanitizing mist, which we're also excited about. It sounds so silly, but to have a safe hand sanitizer is amazing. And I use that right after school, and the boys just quick spray and send them off to play with their toys. So that's very convenient to have. Okay, so there are lots of oils that do lots of different things that can help our kids. So I just threw a bunch of them here on this slide and so that you could see. So I'll go through these pretty quickly. Bergamot can calm obsessive thoughts and compulsive actions. Patchouli calms obsessions. Sandalwood calms compulsive repetitive behaviors. Vetiver can aid with focus and calm hyperactivity and compulsions. Rosemary is good for learning difficulties and helps with adjusting with life transitions. Cilantro aids in detox, including heavy metals. Xandercrin helps cleanse the body of toxins and free radicals. This is a great one for detox bath with Epsom salt. It also, this blend contains cilantro, so it's helping with the detox with that as well. Juniper berry calms fearful dreaming. Basil can stimulate the senses and lessens anxious feelings. And Breathe is our respiratory blend, helps to support the respiratory system. You would want to consult with a wellness advocate or with a reference book if there's any contraindications. For instance, basil, I know, is something that is not indicated for children with epilepsy. So you just want to be careful that everything is safe. So where do we start? It can be a little overwhelming, as you can see that there's so many different options. I tried to make things a little easier for you in creating some kits. Now, these are not doTERRA kits. These are things that I put together that I would suggest for a special needs child as well as the caretaker. These prices here do include the wholesale membership, so these are all at a discounted price. So in the child's kit, I have the child's supplements, and then the DDR Prime, the fractionated coconut oil for diluting, and of course our new Copaiba. And then over to the right for the caretaker, Lifelong Vitality, the Serenity Combo Pack, and Elevation. And of course, these can be customized to your family's needs. And if you want to do a real overhaul of your whole home, here is the Ultimate Special Needs Family Kit. So what I've done here is I've taken everything from the child's kit and added in some Intune, cedarwood, wild orange, and balance. And all the rest of it was the same, and also added in a diffuser. So this gives you everything that you would need to get started with your child, as well as the health of the caretaker. doTERRA obviously has other kit options that you're welcome to as well. And working with a wellness advocate, they can customize a kit for you, or you can get one of these kits and add on a couple items that maybe aren't in those kits, or get an oil or two every month and try out different things as you're starting your oil journey. So I want to leave you with this. You are seen. This life can become very isolating. I know that from experience. And just remember that you are not alone. There are people out there that understand what you're going through. Don't allow yourself to fall into that habit of staying in isolation and feeling down. There is hope, and you are seen. And that's my prayer for each one of you today, is that you know that there is hope. So thank you for attending today. If you need to contact me, my information is on your screen. I also have an education group on Facebook called Drops of Hope, and the link is right there. And feel free to contact me with any questions, or if you want to get started with essential oils, or contact the person that invited you to this webinar. God bless.